Hello learners, welcome to part 3 of the chapter Body Movements. In the previous part we have learnt about the 4 types of bones in the human body. We learned a bit about muscles, the movements, and then we saw the X-ray. Before we proceed further, please like, share, subscribe and hit the bell icon. Gait of animals. Gait means manner of walking or simply pattern of movement. Before we proceed further, I have 2 questions. Here is the first one. Do all animals have skeleton? Put on your thinking cap and keep thinking. No, worms and jellyfish don't have skeleton. Next question. What are vertebrates and invertebrates? Put on your thinking cap and keep thinking. Vertebrates are animals with backbone. The animals that don't have a backbone are called invertebrates. Here we have gait of dog. We can see its walk, amble, pace, trot, canter, gallop or run. Here we have the first animal, earthworm. On observing the earthworm, we get to know easily that it is an invertebrate. The body of the earthworm is made of tiny rings which are joined one after the other. It has muscles to extend and shorten its body. During movement, the earthworm first extends its front portion, which is the head, and keeps the rear part fixed on the ground. Then it fixes the front part and releases the rear end. It shortens the body and pulls the rear end forward. By repeating this expansion and contraction, the earthworm moves through the soil. Its body also secretes a slimy substance which helps in the movement. Here we can see the contraction and expansion happening. We have learned a bit about the earthworm's gait, but the question is, how does earthworm fix parts of its body to the ground? Put on your thinking caps and keep thinking. The earthworm has stiff hair-like projections called setae. These are in turn connected with the muscles and help to get grip. Now a science fact. The earthworm eats its way through the soil. The undigested part is thrown out and this activity is useful for the plants. The tiny lumps which we see on the soil are called earthworm castings. It basically is earthworm poop. You must have seen a snail in your garden or field. It has a hard shell which acts as an exoskeleton. The soft body of the snail is protected by it. The shell is a single unit and does not help the snail in movement. In fact, it has to be dragged along. The snail moves by creeping on its flat foot under the body. The muscles in this foot expand and contract to create movements that pushes the snail forward. The snail also produces slimy mucus that helps in its movement. Now I have an interesting question for you. Which among the two moves faster, earthworm or snail? Put on your thinking caps and keep thinking. Earthworms move faster. Common garden snails have a top speed of 45 meters per hour, making it one of the slowest creatures on earth. Another question. Are snails found in the salt water? Again, put on your thinking cap and keep thinking. They are found almost everywhere. Freshwater, saltwater and on land. In fact, saltwater snails can be found in almost every ocean around the world. Here we have a science fact. As the snails move forward, they leave a trail of mucus behind them, which acts as a lubricant to reduce surface friction. This also allows the snail to move along upside down. Ah! Often people scream after seeing a cockroach. They walk, climb, as well as fly in the air. They have 3 pairs of legs. The body of the cockroach as well as its legs are covered with an exoskeleton. There are some amazing science facts about cockroach. No, cockroach facts. Cockroach can live for up to 1 week without its head. Cockroaches have been around since the time of dinosaurs. Cockroaches can live up to 2 weeks without water and a month without food. Isn't it amazing? Birds walk as well as fly in the air. Some birds are even capable of swimming in the water. Birds have special features like feathers, hollow bones, and tail which make them capable to fly. Birds move their wings up and down to move up and forward. The breastbones are modified to hold the muscles of flight which are used to move the wings up and down. Now a science fact. The peregrine falcon flies at a tremendous speed of 320 km per hour to catch its prey. Before learning about the movement of fishes, let's see paperboards. You also must have made one, and if we push the boat forward with its narrow end, it moves easily. But if we try to push the boat sideways, it does not move easily. Similarly, if we notice the fish, they too have a body like boat. The shape is such that the water can easily flow around them. This body shape is called streamlined. Fishes move by moving the body side to side in a zigzag manner. The muscles on the fish's body expand and contract to make the movements possible. Fish also have fins to maintain balance and give direction while swimming. Now an interesting question. Why do divers wear fin-like flippers on their feet? Put on your thinking cap and keep thinking. And the answer is flippers help them move easily in water. Snakes have long flexible backbone. It contracts its muscles and pushes its body side by side, creating curves. Each curve pushes the snake forward, and this makes the snake move really fast. Undoubtedly, the movement does not happen in a straight path. This movement is called slithering. Movement is also helped by scales which have good traction on the uneven surfaces. Snakes thus move in a wave-like manner. Till now, with our discussion of the gait of animals, we have learned few of the things related to movement. There must be many questions in your mind, like why humans have 2 legs? Why cows and buffaloes have 4 legs? Why do the birds only fly? How many body parts are needed for movement? What are the similarities and differences in the animal body parts? The ancient Greek philosopher Aristotle, in his book On the Gait of Animals, asked himself these questions and many more. Hope you will too keep your curiosity level high and learn many more things in the coming time. Let's summarize the chapter. Bones and cartilage form the skeleton of the humans. Skeleton gives shape to the body, helps in movement, and protects the inner organs. Human skeleton comprises skull, backbone, rib cage, shoulder and hip bones, and bones of hands and legs. Bones are moved by alternate contractions and relaxations of muscles. Earthworms move by alternate expansion and contraction of the body using muscles. Snails move with the help of a muscular foot. Cockroaches have an exoskeleton and are capable to walk, climb, and fly. Strong muscles and light bones help birds fly. Fishes move by moving the body from side to side in a zigzag manner. Snakes slither on the ground by looping sideways. Here are keywords from the chapter. Backbone, spine or vertebral column. Ball and socket joint, a joint in which the rounded end of one bone fits into a cup-like end of other bone, allowing free rotary motion. Cartilage, it is a tough but flexible tissue that is the main type of connective tissue in the body. Gait, a manner of walking or moving on foot. Hinge joint, a joint between the bones that permits motion in only one plane. Muscle, a body tissue consisting of long cells that contract when stimulated and produce motion. Pelvis, a basin-shaped structure that supports the spinal column and protects the abdominal organs. Pivot joint, joint that permits rotary movement of bones around a single axis. Skeleton, the hard structure that protects the internal organs of a living thing. Slither, to move in a sideways motion. Streamlined, having a form that presents very little resistance to a flow of air or water. Traction, the action of drawing or pulling something over a surface, especially a road or a track. As an extended learning to this chapter, you may have following. Try to find the importance of calcium in bones. Imagine if we humans have no bones, how will we move? Why an earthworm kept on a glass sheet is not able to move? What is an artificial hand? Why is it used? Create a presentation on osteoporosis and mention its cause and preventive measures. Why is it difficult to walk in 2 to 3 feet deep snow? In terms of movement, find out the fastest and the slowest animal on land, in air, and in water. With this, we come to an end of Chapter 8, Body Movements. In case you have any doubts or questions, please write a mail to learning.space.mk@gmail.com. We'll meet again in the next chapter. Till then, happy learning! The animals which and keeps the rear part fixed on the ground. That's the baby cry. That's the baby cry. Legs. Wow. Dhamaka. It contracts its muscles and pushes on